Sunday morning, April the 2nd, and it's early. And something came across my mind, and I decided I want to get on up and talk about it. There's a brother on YouTube who has been around on YouTube for a long time. His name is JT. He's out of the Dallas area. I been seeing him for a while. I have talked to him. I like a lot of his content. But it always seems that when it comes to talking about Pastor Dowell, he always try to play in the middle. I can't figure that out. JT supposed to be a man of God. He's supposed to be a preacher. But it seems like when it always comes to Pastor Dowell, particularly, he want to talk about the issues that's going. He want to talk about the heavy issues, the issues that's going on in Straightway and all. He's like everybody else. He watched the stuff that goes on around the church world, and he talks. But it seems like when it comes to Pastor Dowell, he want to play in the middle. I seen the video that he did yesterday talking about what everybody's talking about, Straightway, what's going on Straightway, and he came across like he was passionate. But he made the video specifically to pretty much defend and cover Pastor Dowell. He been seeing what's going on up there at Straightway. He been seeing what's been going on with Straightway. I asked him in the video yesterday, how long does it take for you to recognize a false prophet and to mark them like the Bible say? How long does it take? You want to make a video acting like you so concerned about what's going on, but you really made the video to defend Pastor Dowell against everybody else that's talking. What's the guy, Ringo TV and everybody else? That's what you said. You try to throw shade on them. Well, everybody talking about it. But I called him out. I said, you're a joke. Just like Dowell and Jennings. He won't even, I told him, y'all never know when Pastor Dowell started picking on Jennings, I can understand calling Jennings out for a debate. Okay. But the way Dowell did it and carried on, even to the point of talking about the man's wife, there was an ultra level of disrespect. Why pull the man's wife in it? What she got to do with it? I called him out on my other channel. He did that, I think it was that Friday night or something. I called him out. And I called the other elders out for not rebuking Dowell. I called Dowell out directly. I said that was wrong to call that man's wife and talk about that man's wife like that. If you want to pick on Jennings, call him out for debate, that's fine. But to bring the man's wife in and say what he said about that man's wife, but you won't. If Jenny called my wife a hoe, it's going to be trouble. If you call my wife a hoe. Don't fault the man. Now, I'm not in favor of Jennings. I used to be. I don't like Jennings. It's a lot of stuff I see in Jennings that make me say he's disqualified from pastoring church. And Jennings' motives are shaded too. Jennings have a lot of the same characteristics as Dowell. When he's starting a lot of them churches, no doubt, Jennings is leading a lot of people to hell. with that oneness, deceiving people with that oneness, talking about Jesus don't exist. Your faith is in Jesus Christ. Genesis is on record for years acting a fool and doing stuff that's ungodly. But Pastor Dowell is no doubt he believed in the Hebrew Israelite belief, and he also believed in the Christians. He want to be both. Pastor Dowell want to play both sides. It shows. He can't hide it. He want to be an Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible, then he want to be a Christian. A Jesus Christ man. But JT, I done gave him plenty of opportunities. It seemed like every time he opened his mouth and talk about straightway or somebody, he act like he concerned, like in that video. But his whole motive pretty much is to defend Dowell. I called him out. Well, both of these men are powerful. Well, both of them men can bring a lot to the table. Both of them men. Wait a minute. Hold on. Then when I called him out, you need to get your facts straight. I talked about Creflo Dollar. I talked about Jakes and all of them. I ain't talking about Jakes. We ain't talking about Jakes. I'm talking about Dowell. You on record still trying to call this man powerful when his doctrine is not right. Where do you stand, JT? What's your doctrine? I done talked to him before about this. These guys kill me, want to get on here and make these videos, talk about the heavy stuff, but then try to play in the middle. Well, I don't make hate videos. Well, if you don't make hate videos, you're not really subject to telling the truth. Because Jesus said, this gospel is hard. Preaching the gospel is like being a farmer. Jesus said, man put his hand to the gospel plow, turn a little back. He ain't fit for the kingdom. You still call Dowell a man of God. How long does it take? You've been looking at Dowell for years. How long does it take for you label a man, mark a man, like the Bible say, mark them? How long does it take? Forever? For you mark them. God didn't, his apostles didn't say, didn't say go light on false prophets. Rebuke them. Corrupt preachers, rebuke them. People ain't telling you the truth, rebuke them, mark them, warn the people. That's why I asked JT in the video, how long do it take before you mark him as a false prophet and warn the people about this false prophet? You still trying to label him a man of God. What is your belief, JT? I done asked him before. These guys killed me trying to play in the middle. All this stuff Pastor Dowell been doing over the years, you ain't can't see this stuff. You ain't on record rebuking, calling Dowell out. You just said yesterday when you made your video, you got monetized with him. That's why you won't say nothing pretty much against him. Well, everybody want to talk. People on the outside ain't even. Don't you see all this stuff that's going on now? And you can see all the stuff been going on with Dowell over the years. Dowell didn't just pop up out of nowhere in the last year or so. Well, we gonna still give him a chance. We don't know quite. Dowell been around. Do you have spiritual eyes like you claim you do? No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have did that money. You wouldn't have did that money transaction with them. That's what got you caught up. You stuck. And you're trying to leave the door open for Genesis and anybody else that might come to you and want to do a church song or something. That's what you about. You want to talk about the issues. You want to try to talk in the middle. Ain't no time for that. Either you speak on the right side of stuff, or either you speak on. Ain't no time to try to. I can understand trying to be in the middle with, but at the same time, when you deal with something such as this, people in the middle, people's lives are being at stake. You more concerned about Dowell. You more concerned about Jennings. If you're a man of God, if you know what the right way, you can't side with either one of them, especially not Dowell. Jennings is more in line with the scriptures, but at the same time, Jennings is messed up on his doctrine. Jennings is a deceitful person just like Dowell. Jennings got all them churches out. He got a lot of them same requirements. Jennings is leading folks ahead and he being deceitful. He said he ain't on payroll now. Jennings getting that money. He just doing it smart. You think Jennings got all them churches now? He got all them, he ain't getting that money? Jennings leading a lot of folks to hell with his twisted preaching. A man's up there and make fun of Jesus and call Jesus, the body of Jesus Christ, insignificant. It died at the cross, preaching all them wicked, strange stuff. It's time to mark him. I've been marked Jennings a long time ago. You can't look at the numbers. Don't be deceived by the numbers. Because the Bible already said only a few will make it in. Out of all the people that go to church, out of all the people that claim themselves to be Christians, believers, Sunday morning, churches around the country going to be packed. A lot of churches today, 7-day Adventist, all of them going to be packed. But at the end of the day, when it's all over, on a fraction of the people that call themselves believers are going to go to heaven. You're going to make a video acting like you're so concerned, but your video is pretty much coming out trying to talk about the people who is talking about Dowell. And you try to find a way to defend Dowell. Well, we don't know. Well, people on the outside looking in. Well, you can't take them people own testimonies, and you can't go back and look at Dowell and what's been going on up there over the years and come to a concrete conclusion even right now that what Dowell doing ain't right. He's wrong. He done fell out Elder Rufus. On people saying the man done stole the man's wife. That ain't the first time. Dowell been doing stuff like that. You ain't open your mouth and say anything negative about that man. Well, him and Jenna, if they can, man, them two powerful brothers, they come together, ooh, man, they can be, you don't have no discernment. You still calling Dowell a holy man. I can understand Jennings, but you wouldn't even tell the truth about that debate issue. Dowell picked that fight. Dowell picked that fight. Jennings ignored him. You wouldn't even tell the truth about that. Jennings didn't have nothing to do with that. Dowell picked that fight. And like I said, I can understand. You want to call people out for a debate? Cool. You want to push a man into a debate? Fine. But the way Dowell go about doing stuff, that man ain't got no spirit of God. You know that. You should know that. You've been looking at Pastor Dowell for years. Look at me. What I said, when I first started looking at him, I already knew someone right. And when I started listening to him, the stuff he was saying and stuff, it didn't take me very long after that to say this man wasn't right. I said that years ago. Years ago. I think I even called him out years ago on one of his comments and told him, because he was trying to predict and prophesy a lot of stuff was going to happen and stuff like with that fear-mongering stuff with politics. I called him out. I told him one time, I said, none of your stuff you ever say ever come true. ever come to pass. You got to hear, you just say stuff, throw stuff out there. Then I think at one time he said, I'm not a prophet. I ain't never claimed to be a prophet. But here you go making videos. Yesterday, well, we don't know. A lot of people on the outside making videos. Them people might have ulterior motives, but at the same time, them people ain't lying because we seeing what's going on. Them people only making videos and stuff after the fallout. It's a fact that Rufus and Dowell done split up. It's a fact that ministry, that's a false ministry from the beginning. I done asked you before, what is your belief? Just like I asked you yesterday, what doctrine is right? What doctrine is true? If you ain't willing to stand concrete on your belief and go against anybody that you know ain't right, then you should keep your mouth closed. Talk about Sunday school. Talk about the other stuff. Quit talking about these issues. You bought and paid for. You done made money with the man. You got monetized with that. That's why you ain't open your mouth and speak against him. You don't want to seem like an enemy now. These guys make these real, y'all kill me with this stuff. Want to play in the middle. Pastor Dowell been around for a long time. That false church been going on. You been seeing the stuff. Polygamy. You know polygamy is not right. Now if you talking about you a man of God and a Christian, a Jesus. I remember a video a while back, almost a year ago or something, you said, no, I don't believe in it. I don't believe. Okay. You don't believe. But you know it's not right. So how can you continue to go along with somebody like that and hold out faith and actually say he's a man of God? Under his belief, he might think he's a man of God. But that belief that these guys are holding to, calling themselves Hebrew Israelites in this country, it's a lie no matter how you cut it. It's a lie no matter how you cut it. Because they are not living up to their belief under that Hebrew Israelite laws. In the United States, they cannot live under it. Only thing they can try to show is the Passover feast and keeping of the Saturday law, which Jesus Christ abolished himself. It was added. The Saturday law was added like a lot of other stuff was added on the 10 Commandments. It was on the original 10. Now, all the other laws were added. When Jesus Christ came and died, Jesus Christ even said, I come to fulfill these laws, not to destroy them, but to fulfill them. He fulfilled every law that was added behind the 10 or 9. He reinforced them 9, but he destroyed or fulfilled the rest. So either way it go, either way they try to cut it, those who claim to be Hebrew Israelite are not living up to it because they under the laws of the United States government. A lot of them laws that was required of them in the Old Testament, they cannot carry out those laws. So they can holler that they Hebrew Israelites all they want to. At the end of the day, they still going to hell. No matter how you look at it, at the end of the day, they still on their way to hell. Because their law was outdated through the scriptures. It was outlawed. And it's outlawed through the laws of the United States government. Stoning and all that stuff. Sacrificing animals and stuff like that. If they can't fulfill all them laws, all those requirements, even sexual impurity, It was swift death, evil, swift death. They cannot do it. So y'all want to make videos pretty much just defending Dowell. How long do it take? How much do you need for you believe what the people are saying? This stuff was bound to happen. Turn the page back about a year or so ago. Go back and even the debates. You've been looking at Dowell for years. You've been looking at the man for years. You don't believe the stuff he say. You don't said it, but you got monetized. So you try to play in the middle. I don't want to go on record. Look like I'm fighting against Dowell. You corrupt. Any of you guys who's not willing to stand up and defend the gospel of Jesus 100%, you need to just keep your mouth closed. You talk too much. You said you don't did money. So right now, right then and there, when you said you did a song for him, that prove you to be corrupt and biased. And you holding out hope for First Church. That's why you're trying to play in the middle. God can't use that. That's cowardice. I don't care how you say it, cowardice. You concerned about you and Dowell, they're more concerned about the people that are being destroyed and thrown in the middle of that stuff. You know it ain't right. If you're a man of God, or either you just ain't got discernment like you claim you got. What about the people? That's a false church. Both of them established are false churches, especially Dowell. That man ain't governed by no laws. He don't prove that to a certain degree. Now, he governed by the laws of the land. He obeyed them laws. He got to. He forced to. If he didn't, like I said, he wouldn't have no deeds. He wouldn't have a license. He'd be operating. And he'd have been shut down a long time ago in prison somewhere. But he's not governed by the laws of the Bible. Moral laws. He defied those laws. He despised those laws. How long does it take to see that? How many more years you got before you label this man a false prophet and try to save a lot of people? The Bible do say mark them. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try every spirit. The Bible, Jesus never told his disciples or apostles to take it easy and go along and not be, like a hate. Telling the people truth is hate. I saw somebody tell you that in the comment section, and then you try to say the same way. You get your facts straight. That person said the same thing I said. Pastor Dowell is an antichrist. He admires Trump. The man is wicked. Pastor Dowell don't stand on the Bible. He ain't been a man of God. We've been looking at Pastor Dowell for years. It's funny how a lot of other people can make that conclusion, but except for the people who walk close to him, like Elder Rufus and all of them now, up there just kissing that man butt. I said it. Now look at Elder Rufus. He's out of there. Dowell turned on him. Dowell turned on him. No loyalty. No love. That's a man of God. That's a man of Jesus. No compassion. Sleeping with a man wife behind his back. If he done that man like that, he done did plenty of others like that. Those people got some stories to tell. I hope they tell it. Because I'm sure he probably done forced a lot of them women to let them sleep with their daughters and stuff like that. A lot of them other guys ain't no tell them what kind of illegal sex crimes and stuff they've been doing. You can't put nothing past people like that. And you want to play in the middle because you got money tied. You never should have dealt with him. See, that's another thing. You guys going around here and be corrupt. You ain't got no business talking about nothing like that. It's impossible for you to tell the truth, especially when you're dealing with this. You got money ties. Get that man back his money. You never should have dealt with him in the first place. If your belief don't line up with his belief, now where do you stand?